Welcome back to Shamrock Nation. Ever wondered how corrupt Ireland really is? From bribery at the top levels of government to miscarriages of justice, we're revealing some of the most shocking scandals in Irish politics. The Beef Tribunal, set up in 1991 to investigate allegations of malpractice within the Irish beef processing industry, primarily focused on the business practices of Larry Goodman and his company, the Goodman Group. The tribunal revealed various irregularities and fraudulent practices in the beef industry, including price fixing and the evasion of European Union quotas. It also found that the Goodman Group received preferential treatment from the Irish government in the form of unauthorised export insurance and a grant of £25 million. The McCracken Tribunal was established in 1997 to investigate financial links between prominent politicians and Irish businessman Ben Dunne. It uncovered that former Taoiseach Charles Haughey received over £1.3 million in secret payments from Dunne, widely speculated to have been a means of buying political influence and favours. The tribunal also found that Dunne knowingly assisted former Minister Michael Lowry in evading his tax obligations. The revelation sparked public outrage and led to the establishment of further tribunals which exposed corruption at the highest level of Irish politics. However, Ben Dunne continues to operate in Irish business today, with a successful chain of gyms and a net worth of over €100 million. The Moriarty Tribunal was established in 1997 to investigate the financial affairs of former Taoiseach Charles Haughey and Fine Gael politician Michael Lowry, and went on to reveal corrupt payments and tax evasion by politicians and leading businessmen. Notably, it found that Michael Lowry had provided confidential information to businessman Denis O'Brien, helping him secure the mobile phone licence for ESAT Digifone. At the time, there was only one mobile phone operator in Ireland, so this second licence was a lucrative deal. Despite the tribunal's findings, Denis O'Brien has continued to conduct business in Ireland and around the world. He is the founder and largest shareholder of Digicel, a telecommunications company operating in over 30 countries and has an estimated net worth of several $billions. The Mahon Tribunal was set up in 1997 in response to allegations that former government minister Ray Burke had received a payment of £80,000 Irish to influence the rezoning of land for development in North County Dublin. Over a 15-year period, the tribunal went on to uncover vast and systemic planning corruption among politicians, councillors and developers. One of the most memorable figures questioned by the tribunal was Liam Lawler, the former TD who could account for just £2 million of the £4.6 million flowing through his accounts, and who received over $40,000 from one developer to change the postal address of his development. The tribunal also revealed that former Taoiseach Bertie Ahern received undeclared payments of over £165,000 while in office, and that he did not have a personal bank account during some of his time in office as the Minister for Finance. Ahern's inability to provide a credible explanation for the source of the funds led to his resignation as Taoiseach. However, perhaps revealing the short memory of the Irish electorate, Bertie Ahern has now returned to Fianna Fáil and looks likely to run for president at the next election. The Lindsay Tribunal, established in 1999 to investigate the contamination of blood products with HIV and hepatitis C, found that more than 1,000 people with haemophilia in Ireland had been infected through contaminated blood products. The tribunal found that the Blood Transfusion Service Board, BTSB, had failed to adequately screen blood products for contamination, and did not take the appropriate steps to mitigate the risk when evidence of contamination became apparent. Furthermore, the BTSB was slow to inform the affected patients and their families about the contamination. Scandals related to contaminated blood products continue to reverberate through Irish society, with the Hepatitis C and HIV Compensation Tribunal still producing annual reports, having paid out over $750 million in compensation to victims since its first award in 1996. The Kerry Babies Tribunal was set up in 1985 to scrutinise the Garda investigation into the death of an unidentified infant in County Kerry. It brought to light the appalling treatment of Joanne Hayes by the authorities. Hayes was wrongfully accused of the murder of the infant, known as the Kerry Baby, and was coerced by Gardaí into signing a false confession. DNA testing later proved that Joanne Hayes was not the mother of the Kerry Baby. In 2018, over 30 years after the events, the Garda Commissioner formally apologised to Joanne Hayes for the ordeal she had suffered throughout the investigation. The Smithick Tribunal was established in 2005 to investigate allegations of collusion between members of the Irish Police Force, the An Garda Síochána, and the Provisional Irish Republican Army, PIRA, leading to the 1989 murder of two senior Royal Ulster Constabulary, RUC officers. The tribunal concluded that it was likely one or more members of the Garda Síochána that had provided the IRA with sensitive information about the RUC officers' movements, which ultimately led to the ambush and murder of Chief Superintendent Harry Breen and Superintendent Bob Buchanan. The Disclosures Tribunal was established in 2017 to investigate allegations of a smear campaign against whistleblower Sergeant Maurice McCabe by senior members of An Garda Síochána. Sergeant McCabe had been publicly revealing various issues within the Irish police force, including corruption, negligence and the mishandling of criminal investigations. In response to his whistleblowing, a smear campaign was initiated against McCabe, spreading false and damaging allegations about his personal life, including false claims of sexual abuse. The tribunal found that senior Garda officers were involved in orchestrating and perpetuating the smear campaign in an attempt to undermine McCabe's credibility and silence his criticism. Although not a tribunal, the criminal trial of former Anglo-Irish Bank chairman Sean Fitzpatrick in 2017 revealed the reckless lending practices that contributed to Ireland's banking crisis. Sean Fitzpatrick was once head of the country's largest bank, Anglo-Irish, which ended up requiring a €30 billion government bailout and sent the country cap in hand to the International Monetary Fund for support. Fitzpatrick faced 22 charges of misleading the bank's auditors and providing false information about loans to him and to people connected with him. The trial exposed a lack of accountability and oversight in the Irish financial sector, leading to increased scrutiny of banking practices and financial regulations. In spite of all this, after the longest criminal trial in Irish history, a judge ordered the jury to acquit Fitzpatrick on all charges. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more informative videos. We really appreciate your help and support.